Story, just love hip hop, man. Love the energy, like, performing and getting that energy, back from the crowd. It fuels me up to, want to keep writing rhymes, man. But just love the art, man. And I think the combination.
What's going on, world? This your girl JellyTooFly. TLOFLY, one word, no spaces, and you watching G5CU Mobile. You know, I'm an artist, entrepreneur, youth activist. You know what I mean? And poet. But I rap, and that's what normally people know me for. So, I've been in the game since I think 2011, 2010, when I started dibbling and dabbling in it. And then when people heard it, they just told me to keep rocking, so I did. As far as like wanting to do certain things, I guess the passion and drive for like helping youth out and all that, that's what got me attracted to helping the youth and seeing where my story could actually help some type of um, some type of youth that's actually going through what I've been through or similar experiences. Talking to people that kind of, and knowing that you've kind of helped them uplift even their spirit, to say the least. It makes you feel good as a person. So with the whole youth thing, that's like my passion and where my drive comes from. The music is more like an opening gate, an easier step to coming into the doors and breaking down these walls, because people just gravitate to music more. So it's, I guess you could say it's an easier outlet, but then it's not as easy as it seems, because then you're put up against a whole bunch of different things when in the game. So I mean, it's like I said, it's passion and drive, and and knowing that I love helping people. You know what I mean? And I feel like I have a voice. So if it's music or if it's talking to kids doing workshops, it's gonna get told. Yeah, as far as like the youth go, it's like for me, I've been doing it now for 4 years, I believe. Started out working with the Emerge Project, um, out of Scarborough Health Center, and went through the training and everything surrounding mental wellness. And for me, I feel like that's a big issue, and we don't talk about it enough. Especially in our community as well. So it's something that is like pushed under the rug. If you got something wrong with you, and you're not allowed to go to school and talk about it. You're not allowed to talk to your guidance counselor. You're not allowed to talk. You just got to keep your mouth shut. Um, and I feel like that's what suppresses us. So when I do talk to these kids, these youth, it's not even really like young kids, but the youth. Um, it's just expressing that you have a voice, and if you feel a certain way, you need to state that, because then it will kill you as opposed to resolving whatever issue is going on. So with that Emerge project, it developed into Lifted by Purpose, um, which is a separate one, and dealing with kids that are facing incarceration or just came out of incarceration, um, being incarcerated, and it's it's just crazy, like what you see, or what they gain, more like what they gain from just having a 2-3 hour discussion with people they don't even know, as opposed to living their whole life surrounded by an environment that won't even allow them to speak, right? So it's much more deeper than we actually think it is, and it's something that needs to be noticed. It's something that needs to be acknowledged. um, so that's what we're doing now, and I'm trying now just to venture off and have my own programs running. Where it's like the art of expression through the art of words and music. Um, like there's kids that come in there and they'll say they can sing, but they're not allowed to sing. And when they start singing in the session, it's like you want to just like cry off of an Amazing Grace little ballad that they just did. And that's crazy. That they get blocked to not be able to do that type of stuff. So it's just stuff like that we touch on, and knowing how to cope and what your triggers are, and identifying who you are as a person, and how to just chill, not go from 0 to 100 real quick. Just chill, and just live and enjoy life. Not let the stresses of it kill you, because it does. So yeah, we're trying to go far with that. You got to understand, like, in any city or any place that you try to do something or excel in, where there's like a million other people doing the same thing, it's kind of hard. But at the same time, it's like once you are an individual that sticks out, and you know your identity, and you're aware of your identity, and you're aware of you, just you as a person, um, all those obstacles could be avoided or leaped over. You know what I mean? It's. I mean, for me personally, I know that I've already broken some history walls down in this city, um, as far as certain things go. But I'm not gonna sit here and wait till people acknowledge it. You know, because they might never want to, just because they know what it may do. To uplift my career or put that stepping stone of what could possibly become. You know what I mean? Which it will become, but it just takes a little longer when you don't have certain things on your side. I mean, I don't really watch the obstacles out here. I just keep it moving, and you'll get the few that say what's up to me, and just because they see me, but on the slide, it's they're never gonna rep me. You know what I mean? They'll never post my stuff, or you know what I mean. But they'll see me and be like, yo, it's dope. This is dope. But it's like that's a given. It's people. It's humans. I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? But as a woman, I'm strong, man, and I know that's the big thing about me as an artist, is that I know I embrace me. You know what I mean? And my energy and my presence is very demanding, and I think people are just intimidated by that don't understand. I mean, like, this is the last single that we just dropped. You know what I mean? And then if you know me, you follow what's going on. This is not the real cover for it, but this is just like, yo, let's just put it out and get it done. But come get with it. We're shooting a video this weekend, and we're gonna do that. But if anybody had like heard my stuff from before, they would understand, like, and see the growth, like that's come. I feel like before I was a little more humble. I didn't really take in my artistry. I didn't really have that confidence within myself to be like, yo, this is really what you do and who you are, and this is how people really gravitate to you. So I feel like growing a little more from when I started, it's shown me, like, I gotta just be the first believer in my career. I gotta be the person to believe in me first. So I'm not as, I mean, I'm humble still, but I'm not as nice on the records anymore. I'm kind of making my point. I'm making my statement known. You know what I mean? So I mean, I've met a lot of people. Throughout this whole experience. I know one that I will remember for a long time is opening up for Mobb Deep for the 20th year, and that for me was just like, yo, like, I listened to them growing up. My inspirations draw from, like, Helter Skelter, Dead Prez, Mobb Deep, like the real rap, real hip hop. And I think that was like a big moment for me in my career. Meeting King Louie in Chicago, Chicago and Atlanta, and just vibing out. And there's certain people, like, in the industry that will gravitate to you and understand what it is, but still, you gotta still figure it out for yourself. So that was dope for me. And I think another memorable moment would be like Young and Dundas from Manifesto. I think the 5th year, and we did the DJ Mel Boogie 20th year anniversary tribute, and that was dope. The females in the city coming together. It's something that you don't ever see. So that was amazing. You know what I mean? And those are the things that made me happy as a performer, as an entertainer. I mean, and then it's like you just gotta dibble dabble into a lot of different things, which brings me to, like, wanting to drop my poetry book, because I feel like, yes, I'm a rapper and people know me as a rapper, but where it stems from is being a poet. You know what I mean? And writing my stanzas and not bars. So I feel like with this book that I'm trying to do now, it's we're gonna incorporate braille and audio just for everybody. And it's just something that everybody could read, or if you have a partner you want to give it to, it's things that you could take out of there, and it's like, it's for everybody, man. And I feel like poetry is something that actually brings people together too as well, because it's not just the beat you're hearing, but it's like the words. It's only the words, you know what I mean? And words mean a lot, man. They mean a lot. For me, it's the music, it's growing. I think it speaks for itself. When I dropped the EP, Back to Basics on December 25th, that's gonna be, I feel like that's my blueprint. That's the beginning. I dropped 4 tapes before, but that was like me figuring out what this rap thing is really about. you know, and I've done like the slow tempo beats, the fast tempo beats, the trap beats. But for me, once listening to this EP, you'll notice like I'm more on the real rap, you know, the real hip hop, the substance of it, you know, the direction of the song, and speaking on things that make sense. I can't really like speak on things that I don't know about. So when you hear this project, you know, it just shows you like the real of Jelly. So you know, it's JellyTooFly.com. Get anything you want to know about me on there. And then of course you hit up those online sites. You got SoundCloud, YouTube, Google. Matter of fact, just hit up Google and Google me, man. It's JellyTooFly, TOOFLY, one word, no spaces. You already know, G5CU Mobile. Woo!
I just love hip hop, man. Love the energy, like, you know, performing and getting that energy, you know, back from the crowd. It fuels me up to, you know, want to keep writing rhymes, man. But just love the art, man. And I think the combination of